I'm Megan, and I caddied for Paige last year in the JOHN SHIPPEN Cognizant Cup and Invitational, and I will be caddying for her again this year in both events.
Hi, I'm Paige. I am the winner of the 2023 JOHN SHIPPEN Cognizant Cup and Invitational.
So, how did you get started playing golf?
So I got started playing golf at the age of 7. My dad started playing, and growing up I loved watching sports on TV, and I started watching golf on TV, and I thought it was just an amazing sport. And so I was like, Dad, can you please get me a set of clubs? And he didn't believe me at first, but I kept begging him, and finally he got me a set, and I started hitting out in the backyard, and then started going to the driving range and started playing on the course. Just kept progressing like that.
Nice. And then how did you get into tournaments?
Yeah, so in middle school I signed up for the LPGA Girls Golf Program, and I started at the beginner level, and they were like, you should be in the advanced class. And so I was in the advanced class, and then they're like, you should start playing tournaments. So I started playing tournaments after that and ended up winning my first tournament I was ever in.
Wow. And then you ended up playing in college or high school as well?
Yeah, so I played all 4 years in high school, and I had 2 Player of the Year awards in my hometown of Colorado Springs. And then I got a scholarship at Montana State University and played all 4 years and was the Big Sky champion, conference champion in 2013. And then after that, I turned pro in 2015 and played on the mini tour circuit, the Cactus Tour mainly back then, and just kept grinding. And
yeah, what hurdles did you face when you were on that mini tour circuit, and is that where you still are now?
Yeah, so money was a big thing. I didn't realize how expensive golf was once you turned pro.
Yeah.
And so that was really tough. I wasn't able to play that much the first few years of golf, like professional golf. But then the last 3 years so far, I've been able to play full time and actually have full seasons, and that's been really amazing to be able to do this for a living and compete.
Yeah, is that what you think allowed you to win on the JOHN SHIPPEN Cognizant Cup and then the Invitational in 2023?
I think that's a big reason why, because in 2022 was my first full season, and I got to play in all different states, different conditions, different grass, all new experiences, and having that experience going into playing the JOHN SHIPPEN events definitely helped.
What was it like winning the first event and then the second event too?
It was so surreal winning the first event. I just couldn't believe it. It was my first time in New Jersey and playing there on that course. I loved it because it was bent grass, and that was what I grew up on. It was very historic looking golf course. A lot of history, and I just really loved it. And it's just so surreal. LeCareview was doing great, Mariah, and I was just really enjoying the round, and playing is the best I can do and just having fun.
Yeah, and that was your first win in a while, right?
Yes, it was my first win professionally, and I've been doing this for quite some time.
Wow. And so by winning that, you got to play in the Cognizant Founders Cup LPGA event, and then also by winning the JOHN SHIPPEN Invitational, you got to play in 2 more LPGA events. What was it like being at that level, playing on the LPGA?
It was so nerve-wracking, especially the first event, Cognizant, because it's that week and everything just happened so fast. It was so nerve-wracking. I couldn't really eat that week. It was the first time I've ever experienced that kind of nervousness. But it was also just amazing because a dream came true, a dream I've been having since I started golf was to play on the LPGA Tour. That experience was just, I'm speechless about it, honestly. But it was really nice to be able to play my first 2 rounds with somebody I played with in the past at the mini tour level. So that really helped too with my nervousness, not playing with somebody that like I had no idea who they were or someone I've watched on TV all the time. That would really make it even more nerve-wracking. And I was really proud of myself for birdieing my first hole and then birdieing my last hole.
And what else changed from that first hole, first round of LPGA ever to the end, your final round of the Dow 2-player?
Definitely think like having more confidence on playing in the LPGA, and also just like knowing the ropes, how to get around, how to get into the player locker room or the building, learning how to get credentials because I'm not a full-time player, just learning the ropes of how the LPGA works and what I need to do.
They don't have those kinds of things on mini tours, right?
No, and all those girls are members, so it's really like a person coming in who's not a member.
Yeah, it's not their first event.
No. So it's hard to like know what to do. You're questioning everything. Where do I go for this? Where do I go for that?
Yeah.
But I learned from the first time to the end. I knew exactly what to do by the end when I played the Dow 2-player event.
Yeah. And so what is it like being on the road for you? How do you travel to all these different events, even beyond the JOHN Shippin, but just mini tours and all sorts of events you play in?
Yeah, so I travel in a van, and I love traveling in a van. It's easy, it's convenient. I mean, sometimes you have those breakdowns where it's stressful, very stressful, trying to figure out how to get to the golf tournament when your van breaks down. But yeah, I love doing van life. That's what I do full time, almost 4 years now. And having my own bed, pillow makes a difference. Having my own food versus having to go out and eat, that I save money that way. And also hotel is a big one. Hotels are expensive. If I need to be at a campsite, what I pay for a week is the same price that I would pay for one night at a hotel. So definitely saving money that way. I mean, gas, you do use gas, but that's kind of expensive. But otherwise, you are making up money, and it helps me be able to play more tournaments.
Yeah, how do you find places on the road if you're always in the van? Because a lot of girls go back home and they have their trainer and their course that they play at. So what's that like for you?
For one, I do have a trainer, Nathan Jackson, and he is based out of Canada, and he has online programs, and so he's my trainer online, and he makes my programs based on the equipment I have and what part of the season. I did a whole assessment with him, and he's created a program for me. So that's really nice to have a trainer online, and he knows my body and everything and what part of the season I'm in, and that makes a difference. That has really been really key for me too in my success, is having a trainer, and he's also a nutritionist, so that's definitely been amazing.
So you can do that anywhere. You can work out wherever you are. You have all your equipment in the van that you need for a workout session. You don't have to find a gym.
Yes, I have a med ball, I have bands, I have weights, I have ways to do like pull-ups, calisthenics things if I need to. I have rings. I literally have a full gym in the van.
That's great. But what about like golf? How do you play? Where do you find courses to play at, and how does that work?
Yeah, so literally I just Google golf courses and look them up and kind of feel like, try and figure out if this is the course I would like to play or practice at wherever we're going to be. And it's always really fun because a lot of times you really can't tell what you're getting until you get to the golf course. And I'm pretty easy as long as I can do what I need to do. That's all that matters to me. And I love all courses and hitting just like a driving range on the side of the road. I love those like country driving ranges. It just, I don't know, something about it.
And so, what kind of sponsorships do you have? How do you afford to be on the road, and where do you have any sponsorships currently? Has it been easier since the John Shippen?
Yeah, so currently I have a hat sponsor, Rose Bloom, and she is all about diversity. And inside the hats is satin, which is really nice for my hair texture.
That'd be good for me too.
Yes, I think it's good for everybody because hats they can mess up your hair and like cause hair loss, and so it's nice to have satin inside. And then 3 years ago, I had Carrie Golf sponsor me, and that's how I was able to do full season of golf. But currently, I don't have any sponsors besides Rose Bloom, and I'm an ambassador for Carrie. But otherwise, no, I don't. I've just been trying to use the money I have from winnings, and also the John Shippen has given me other opportunities, which has been really nice in the off season. And so that's how I am paying for my golf. I'm just playing until I run out of money.
Yeah, and so why is the John Shippen so important? What makes it so amazing?
It's so important in so many ways. For one, it's giving Black golfers the opportunity to play top quality LPGA golf courses that we would never experience. I never experienced these courses ever until I started playing the John Shippen events. And also the exemptions. It's so nice to be able to have the opportunity to play on the LPGA and being able to not have to worry about the funding, or being able to not worry about paying for hotel and all of that. Just being able to play golf it's so nice. That's how it should be.
Yeah, so you know that if you spend your money throughout the season, you still can afford to play in those events because they make it accessible.
Yes.
So what is your practice routine like? What have you been working on?
Yeah, so my practice routine, I've definitely been working on my putting. That's definitely my priority always is putting. And then have been working on chipping, definitely short game. I love short game. That's where majority of my practice is. The range, I practice a little bit, but short game is the most important to me. And I love that part of the game, just the creativeness of it. And driver too, just trying to hit more fairways is key. So you give yourself opportunities for birdies.
Do you set a certain amount of time you have to go every day, or is there anything you measure yourself with?
I don't set a timer. I think it's all about quality. So it just depends on what I have going on, my workouts and stuff like that. That could be a priority at first, and then I'll go practice. But no, it's all about quality and just setting an intention of what my goal is for the day. And that's all based off of when I play golf. I take stats and then I figure out what my weaknesses are, and then I work on those.
And you're doing that all yourself?
Yes, I basically do all of that on my own.
Nice. And so what do you have for goals for this year? Do you have anything you've set?
Definitely, I want to win the John Shippen events. I want to prove to myself that I've gotten even better, and I want to play those LPGA events and make cuts. Mm-hmm. That is definitely a huge goal. Mm-hmm. And also, I'm on the Epson tour, mm-hmm. and I really want to skip stage 1. That's definitely a big goal of mine too.
Nice.
And I would like to win also on the Epson. Once I get an opportunity to play on the Epson tour, I definitely would like to have like top 10 finish, then top 5, and then like win an event.
So you haven't gotten to play even though you're on the Exton Tour?
Yeah, no, I haven't, unfortunately, because based off my status, it's kind of hard to get into the events right now. But I'm hoping in June I will be able to get it in Michigan. That's definitely the goal.
Nice. So you're playing in the JOHN SHIPPEN Cognizant Cup. Are you excited for that?
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to go back to Upper Montclair, just go back to New Jersey and play the Shippen.
Yeah, what do you like about that course?
I just love how it's like kind of tree lined. I love big grass and the history of it. It's a really old course.
Yeah, and the Cognizant Founders Cup has to be special to you because it was your first LPGA event, right?
Definitely, it is very special and happened to be the founders, which I really appreciate the women who founded the LPGA. And it's pretty cool because I played the course in Kansas where they started the LPGA, and then now to play the LPGA event where they are represented is really cool.
Yeah, are there any holes that you're particularly excited about or really ready to get back to?
Definitely the first hole because I birdied it, and the last hole because I birdied it, but also I just love finishing on an 18th hole and seeing all the people there and just knowing what you've accomplished at the end of a round is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So will Mia be coming with you to the Cognizant Cup?
Unfortunately, no, not that one, since we're flying. It's only going to be for a week, hopefully, once I make it. But she'll definitely be in Michigan for the JOHN SHIPPEN Invitational.
So you're gonna bring the van out to Michigan and Mia will be there as well?
Yes, definitely. Mia loves golf. Literally, if we say, "Are we going to the golf course?" she gets excited. She knows the golf course.
Yes, she does. And what does she do when you're playing?
A lot of times she's watching in her stroller. She has a doggy stroller because she's too old to walk now. She's almost 11, but she just loves watching golf. Like literally, sometimes I look over and she's like watching us swing the club. It like, looks like she's watching the ball go down the fairway.
And that's fun that she'll get to be there and see you.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And she loves just traveling and seeing new places and animals.
That's awesome. So do you plan on playing in the JOHN SHIPPEN again this year?
Definitely. How could I not play in the JOHN SHIPPEN? This has been just playing those events have been life-changing for me. So I want to go back and play those events again and hopefully win them again, keep winning them, and giving myself opportunities to play on the LPGA again.
Do you have a strategy to do that, to get those wins?
Well, I'm definitely going to look back at my old yardage books. I have them with me. That's one thing. I'm going to try and go through the holes and memorize them again. Like visually see myself hitting shots, like good shots and making birdies. That's definitely one thing. Visualization, I think, is very helpful for the mind and confidence and just get there and practice, work on the greens and be patient out there and be positive and have fun.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to see what happens this year, and I hope you really do reach your goals of playing, winning on the JOHN SHIPPEN, and making cuts on the LPGA.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Me too.